Hey everyone, it's your buddy Crypto Profit back with another video, and today we're going to be looking at Cardano. ADA, we see right now $1.35, a 1.54% increase in the last 24 hours. Definitely looking very, very good because we've seen in the market past, we've seen Cardano do this. We've seen it do what it wants to do. We've seen it push the opposite of the entire market, and that's exactly what we're seeing yet again. Not too many coins are doing this. Cardano and Chainlink are two coins that have been always on my list of, those coins that have always had such huge potential and such huge capabilities. I believe the utility is so great that we're going to see massive increases in these two coins. But Cardano specifically doing very, very well right now. Like I said, at $1.35, I think we are going to continue to see it do very, very well in the short term as well as the long term, as long as that market manipulation FUD kind of stays away for just a little bit longer. We've seen the market actually push Bitcoin all the way up to 40K, and now we're dropping a little bit farther back down. I do think, there's going to continue to be these kind of moments of dips and crashes. However, I think realistically, we are going to be pushing to that all-time high for most of these coins by the end of the year, or end of the bull market part 2 at the very least. So jumping into the first thing we want to take a look at, like I said, the Cardano price point. We see $1.35 right now, a 7.29% increase in the last week alone. And we take a look at the last month, we're seeing about a 3% decrease across the board. Not too bad at all. Cardano has been one of those coins that has struggled a little bit with every other coin as well. But I think, it's one of those coins that's going to do huge things, like I said, as we get closer to smart contracts releasing to the public. So do expect big things to come. I will say as well, if you guys want to make sure to, stay quickly up to date with Cardano as well as so many other altcoins across the channel, make sure to quickly subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and like the video. Let's jump, though, into the first tweet of the day. So C Fund has made a strategic investment in BlockSwap team for the creation of Open Saver, a new savings account to allow eligible participants to benefit from the high returns of holding green cryptocurrencies. Definitely a very, very cool idea. Obviously Cardano being a green cryptocurrency. But let's jump over to the next one. This one talks about it's great to see that Cardano has won again in terms of development at the source code level. So you see number 1 through 10 here, giving you guys more GitHub daily development activity on Cardano, continuing to really develop Cardano in such a way that's going to be special. I do want to talk a little bit more about BlockFi before we talk a little bit more about Cardano. So it says, don't just buy it, Bitcoin, earn it. So with BlockFi, you can actually earn passive rewards with your Chainlink, your cryptocurrency, all in general. You can earn passive income, and that's the coolest thing about it. If you don't have a BlockFi credit card as well, you can actually earn Bitcoin as, Bitcoin back as a reward when you spend. So that's definitely a cool concept as well. If you want to sign up using my Crypto Profit link, it will be linked in the description down below as well as the comment section, and it will give you access to $250 worth of Bitcoin if you sign up using my link. So definitely take advantage of that, guys. I really do think BlockFi is a great way to earn that passive income. If we actually scroll down a little bit, it talks about how you can earn up to 3.5% back in Bitcoin on every purchase, and then it goes into more detail on their 7.5% APY, and interest occurs daily and is paid monthly. So very, very easy to use, very, very easy to understand. A lot of people are already using it, so definitely take advantage, like I said. And let's jump back to the Cardano ecosystem now. So Ada, this is my first attempt at making a full ecosystem graphic like this. Let me know if you have any feedback on how I can improve it to or for V2.0. So let's jump into it. This is definitely a huge graphic, and you're not going to be able to see it all on this screen because I have it zoomed in a little bit so you guys can see everything I look at. But we'll just focus on the middle, because on the left side we have NFT collections, environmental, and just a bunch of others. We have social impact, gaming, payments, community tools. We have NFT platform, Launchpad, Oracle, DEX, liquidity, core organizations, governments, graph, query, wallet, research, education, just so much going on with, Cardano in the ecosystem. As we've seen, they are capable of pretty much anything they set their minds to. Another thing to note is we've talked about this one before, but the 4 eco-friendly cryptos you should know about, there's continuing to be more articles about this out there every single day. I just love this one specifically. So we jump into the first cryptocurrency that comes up, and that's Cardano ADA. So Cardano is probably the best known of the proof-of-stake cryptocurrencies. The team behind this third generation crypto wrote a new blockchain that's more sustainable and scalable than both Bitcoin and Ethereum. It uses about the same amount of energy as 600 US homes each year and aims to provide a programmable ecosystem that can address real-world problems. All eyes are on its plans to launch its smart contract capabilities later this year. These self-executing contracts are small pieces of code that enable many of the programmable applications on Ethereum's network. If Cardano can complete it can compete. Some believe it could actually eventually overtake Ethereum, which could definitely be a possibility. We've talked about that before, but there's another thing I want to talk about. So if we go to actually the website of Cardano.org, we can actually see that there's a lot to learn and a lot to do research on. So make sure before you do any buying to do your own research. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, and you should always, like I said, do your own research because there's so much volatility in this kind of a market. We see education as a use case. We see retail as a use case, agriculture as a use case, government, finance, and healthcare, all as great use cases that Cardano provides. And you can actually take a look as well into some of the roadmap. So it's very, very cool. Obviously, a lot of people love the idea that Cardano you can stake with very easily and you can delegate, and just so much possibilities, endless opportunities with Cardano. So we also jump into the roadmap and we see foundation, decentralization, smart contracts, scaling, and governance. If we look through this, we can see that smart contracts is next on the list, and we still have scaling and governance left. So imagine this massive increase we've had over the last couple of years. We went from 5 cents all the way up to really $2.46. So the fact is, we have a lot of growth opportunities left with scaling and governance coming even after the smart contracts is done and over with. So I do expect big things to come for Cardano. We have big possibilities, and I want to talk about those price predictions now for the end of the year and the end of the bull market part 2. So jumping into the end of the year, we could easily see this market continue to go up and down. A lot of volatility. We saw a push actually all the way up to $1.37 August 3rd at 10 a.m. I do think that could continue on. We could see a push back to $1.40 even today. If we do see that, I think Cardano is going to continue to see so much love and support. And I think with that, we are going to continue to see a lot of people jumping in and on board with Cardano. I think investors are starting to jump back in. And with that, Cardano is going to see great movement, hopefully pushing, closer by the end of the year to even, our previous all-time high. We saw our previous all-time high, like I said, around that $2.46 mark, May 15th. And I think we could easily be pushing close to $2 to $3 to $5 range by the end of the year. So we'll keep you guys up to date with Cardano as we move closer. But I want to talk about the end of the bull market as well. Obviously, depending on when we start that bull market and when it ends, Cardano could see some big, massive movements. So I would, realistically say right around a conservative price point of $7 to $10 is definitely a possibility. Just going off the, say of end of the bull market part 2, because unfortunately we don't know exactly when that'll be. We don't know how long that bull market part 2 will actually last. But if this is even just a normal bull market part 1 copied again over and seeing a bull market part 2, Cardano had really has a chance of making its way to that $7 to $10. Like I said, just so much utility, so much use cases. A lot of investors are going to be wanting to jump in, and crypto is going to be back on the market. A lot of people are going to start to replace that into their investment portfolio. So I'm excited for it. I'm excited for that future. I'll keep you guys up to date the entire way. So make sure, like I said, to quickly subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and like the video. I'll see you guys all in the next one.